Hi everyone, Eric Reynolds with your Fox 10 News Now update. The investigation continues this morning into a shooting at an apartment complex in Mobile. It happened around 7 last night at the Azalea Point Apartments. Officers blocking off a good portion of the parking lot there with crime tape as they searched the area for clues. According to investigators, the man was shot multiple times and taken to the hospital with possible life-threatening injuries. We'll pass along any updates as more information is made available. Meantime, Mobile police are still investigating yet another shooting that sent a 9-year-old boy to the hospital.
It was around like 11 p.m. and I heard the gunshots. It was like, bah, 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 bah.
It happened late Friday night on Dobbs Avenue near Imogene Street. Now bullets flying, as mentioned there, into the boy's home, hitting him in the arm. He was rushed to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Meantime, some of those bullets also leaving behind damage next door. 2 vehicles shot at, leaving the neighborhood on edge.
Very scared because, I didn't know that it struck a 9-year-old and that could have been my son.
If you have any information about this shooting, please call Mobile Police. The parents of the 15-year-old accused of killing 4 of his classmates are behind bars this morning. James and Jennifer Crumbly were arrested in Detroit early Saturday morning. They are being charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. The U.S. Marshals, the FBI, and local police began looking for the couple after they failed to show up for their arraignment on Friday. The Crumblys claim that they delayed their surrender to authorities over fears for their safety. The couple then went missing for hours, but were eventually found in the basement of a commercial building in Detroit.
Where they were and how they were seems to support the position they were hiding, and they weren't looking for surrendering at that point.
James and Jennifer Crumbly both pled not guilty to all charges and are each being held on $500,000 bond. Their son, Ethan Crumbly, is charged with the deadly shooting rampage at Oxford High School. Now, if they are able to post bond, both parents will have to turn over any firearms or weapons. Also, they will be required to wear a GPS monitor. Former Senator and Republican presidential nominee Bob Dole has died. His family said that he passed away early Sunday. Dole was one of Washington's most recognizable political figures throughout the latter half of the 20th century. For 27 years, he served as a U.S. Senator from Kansas, including 2 stints as the Senate Majority Leader. He was also the Republican presidential nominee against Bill Clinton in 1996. Bob Dole was a World War II hero. It was announced in February that he was being treated for advanced lung cancer. Bob Dole was 98 years old. The company responsible for the 2020 Deepwater Horizon oil spill is paying millions to 3 states for new project work. BP is going and paying more than $103 million to Alabama, Florida, and Mississippi for work on the Gulf Coast. The company says that 11 new projects will help restore species and habitats affected by the 2010 Deepwater Horizon disaster. Alabama will receive more than $43 million. Florida is getting nearly $33 million, and $27 million will go to Mississippi. New projects include helping eroding shorelines, restoring marshes, beaches, and dunes, managing wetlands and habitats, as well as ensuring support systems for oysters and marine fishing. The Alabama Crimson Tide ranked number 1 now in the final college football playoff poll after beating Georgia in the SEC championship game. The Tide now plays the 4th-ranked Cincinnati Bearcats in one of the semifinals in Dallas. They will meet for the 6th time in history, and Alabama has won the previous 5 meetings. Alabama is 8-3 all-time in the college football playoff. Now, this will be Cincinnati's first appearance. The winner will play either Michigan or Georgia. Kickoff from AT&T Stadium is set for Friday, December 31st at 2:30. And the Auburn Tigers are also going bowling not too far from Jordan-Hare. The Tigers taking on the Houston Cougars in the Birmingham Bowl. Auburn finished 6-6 in the regular season, while Houston went 11-2. This is the first matchup between the 2 schools since 1969. Houston, by the way, won that game 36-7. Kickoff from Protective Stadium is set for 11 a.m. on Tuesday, December 28th.
I'm meteorologist Michael White with your Fox 10 Storm Tracker report. You can see the radar is dry and quiet, but it is not going to stay that way today. We are going to end up dealing with a decent chance of rain and storms before the day is over. And the farther north you are, the more rain you're going to see. Now, we do have very muggy, humid air that's back in play, and that does create the risk of possible strong to severe storms as this system begins to march its way through. You can see the line of rain and storms before 4:30 in the morning, mainly north of I-20. It dives in here as the day progresses. A severe weather risk zone is in play. The level 2 zone, which is the standard risk, exists for Jackson, Mississippi, Alexandria, Louisiana, and even clips southeastern Arkansas. Much of our area is in the level 1 zone, and then it drops to a level 0 toward the Florida Panhandle. So the system will get weaker the closer to the coast it gets, but our severe weather threat overall remains low, but some gusty straight line winds very possible. This morning, the air very humid. As we head into this afternoon, rain and storms very likely. And as we push forward throughout the week, we stay warm with unsettled air. Here's a glimpse at the Fox 10 Futurecast, where we stay cloudy all day. Showers and storms really begin to ramp up around midday across our area, from Leakesville to about Evergreen. Then as we hit 3 o'clock, we start to see that risk dipping farther south, Loosedale, Citronelle, Atmore, and by 5, that's when you start to see the storms approaching the I-10 corridor, and then this evening moving offshore. Here's how the next 7 days stack up. Wet and stormy for a huge chunk of this week. We get a little dip in the temperature tomorrow. We go from the mid-70s to the low 60s, but generally the pattern stays warm and unsettled with chances of rain almost every single day with the exception of Sunday. We'll keep you up to date on your weather throughout the day right here on Fox 10 News Now.